Sophia Learning and Study.com are both amazing third-party course providers. You pay a monthly fee for both of them, and then you can go through their giant catalog of courses, earning college credit quickly and inexpensively at your own pace. You transfer it into a college and you literally save tens of thousands of dollars. But while they're both amazing, which one is better for you? That's the question we're answering today. When you sign up for Sophia or Study.com, there are a ton of courses to choose from. For instance, look at Sophia. We've got over 50 courses here in business, computer science, English, humanities, language, math, so many other options there. But Study.com has a whole bunch more. So here you can see they've got 1,124 college courses. Of course, they have even more for high school, middle school. But of these 1,124, only 213, which is a ton of courses, are eligible for college credit at different colleges around the country. That is a ton of courses to choose from. And part of the reason they have so many is just that Study.com is kind of the grandfather of online third-party alternative credit, and they've been around for a really long time. The other great thing about Study.com is that they have a lot of variety in the courses that they offer. So like when you're taking a look at Sophia, I mean, sure, there are a couple of semi-advanced business courses, but the vast majority of these are going to be either intro computer courses, intro humanities courses. There's going to be a lot of general education here, which sure helps with the first 2 years of your degree, but you're going to need a couple of other courses if you want to hack your whole degree, and Study.com really comes through for you. So, obviously we're looking at a lot of 100 level courses here, but we have so many different topics to choose from. And with 213 courses, that would definitely happen. Like here's an advanced criminal justice course. We've got finance. Let's just jump to a random one here. We've got slightly advanced chemistry, business employment law, war and American society. Like there are a ton more to choose from at Study.com. But it's not just the number and variety that makes Study.com such an amazing tool. It's also that they offer so many upper level courses, and that's going to be junior and senior level courses or 300, 400 level courses, however your school refers to them. But when you're trying to hack a college degree, you want to be able to get to the point where you're transferring in at least 90 credits from alternative sources. That's how you really save the time and the money. But there are limitations. If we look over at Sophia's courses, if we're looking at a bunch of general education, we're probably looking at a lot of 100 and 200 level courses. The only courses in here that I would guess would consistently come in as upper level are going to be business law, maybe principles of management, maybe project management. And, schools will vary, so there'll be some exceptions to that. But if you look at Study.com, just on this page alone, we've got a 324, a 301, a 309, a 314, a 321, a 309, a 306, and the list just goes on. They have a ton of 300 level courses, which is typically enough to satisfy, schools' credit requirements for upper level courses. If we look at this Liberty degree, for instance, we have a lot of upper level courses required in the major area. And if you look at specializations, like say you wanted to get a business degree with a specialization in marketing, there's going to be even more 300 and 400 level courses. Now, if you've got Sophia and CLEP under your belt, great, you can fill out the general education, you can fill out some of these lower level courses, you can fill up the free electives, but you're going to have a really hard time hitting some of these upper levels. And that, for most degrees, is going to be an absolute requirement, which is where Study.com comes in so much use. And speaking of use, let's take the scoreboard back to Sophia. It seems like Study.com is winning so far, right? But we're going to talk a little bit about what makes Sophia great. And one of those things is that they are so easy to use. Their design is cleaner. I mean, just look at this. We've got this easy chart here. We have this easy list of units, simple graphical representations of everything, simple scores. And then you go over to Study.com, which is not terrible, but it's also not great. Like there's information all over the page. It's kind of disorganized. It just looks sort of overwhelming, especially when they throw these big numbers here about like 88,000 lessons. Come on. And so overall, I just think it's easier to go faster with Sophia because it's a lot less confusing to use. And what you guys are really going to love about Sophia is that they don't proctor their exams or quizzes. Everything is open book. You have access to the course materials while you're taking the tests. And Study.com, on the other hand, does use like a sort of halfway proctoring service. My best understanding of it is that they record you taking the test, and if you do anything suspicious, they'll investigate it, and that could, potentially invalidate your score, though I think they're very fair. I don't think they're trying to pull any games here, but you still have that camera watching you the whole time, and it just makes it a little bit less comfortable. Sophia and Study.com both require essays as part of some of their courses, but not all of them. You can see over here with the Sophia course, US History 1, I was so sad. This used to be one of the fastest, quickest Sophia courses, but they recently added a touchstone requirement in there, which means you're going to have to write some kind of an essay or do some sort of a project. And Sophia seems to be creating more courses with these kinds of essay requirements. I don't know if it's because they thought everybody was going too fast or if this was the plan all along, but more and more you should expect to see essays popping up in your Sophia courses. Study.com doesn't really seem to be changing their courses, but a lot of their courses already had essays. So Business 101 Principles of Management, just quizzes and a final proctored exam. So it's basically like a very simple Sophia course, just plus the fact that you're getting video recorded for the final exam. But Hospitality 301 has quizzes and then 2 very low point worth essays. Now, I think that this is typically a trend with Study.com where the essays or the assignments, whatever those might actually end up being, but often they are essays, do end up being for small numbers of points. And that is probably good in the long run for you, because then the value of your quizzes is worth a little bit more, which are easier to score well on. And if you're a good test taker, then that means this is more important. But at the same time, that is 2 assignments, and you're waiting for feedback on those, and that can significantly slow down the process, or can be intimidating for people who aren't very comfortable writers. And I will say this, I think Study.com typically has, if they have essays, they have very few of them, but Sophia in some of their courses really goes ham. So like this English Composition 2 course has 7 touchstones, which could mean 7 essays, but it definitely means 7 types of projects or written assignments. And that is going to be a lot of work, to the point where I usually just recommend to my clients that they take the CLEP exam, because that's only 2 essays instead of 7, plus all of the essays in English Composition 1 as well. Overall, though, my guess is still going to be that Sophia courses just go a little bit quicker than some Study.com courses. It seems to me like the Study.com courses typically have a little bit more content to them. Of course, if you got 7 essays in a Sophia course and only 2 in a Study.com, I would 100% put my money on the Study.com. So it's going to be very situational, and you having to decide what suits you better. Now, of course, the final exams and the open book nature of Sophia makes that easier to study for and quicker to study for than the Study.com proctored exams. So, like I said, lots of different shades here. But one thing I'll point out with Study.com that I think is really, really cool is, let's say you wanted to take Business 101 Principles of Management and Business 107 Organizational Behavior. Notice how we have Behavioral School of Management Theory, Organizational Change, Leadership Theory, Leading in Organizations, Organizing in Business Management. A lot of stuff that really seems to sound like organizational behavior. We have Attitudes and Values in the Workplace, Management and Organizational Behavior, Organizational Communication in Business. There are a lot of similarities in the course content between these, and when you see that, that's a good sign that Study.com might actually be letting you earn credit double. So what I mean by that is that some modules are repeated in Study.com courses. So you could potentially be finishing one module over in course A, but because another course over here, course B, is similar, you could get credit for both just by doing it once. So that can really help you on going through course content. So if you're taking a bunch of courses that are grouped around the same topic, like a bunch of psychology courses or a bunch of business courses, you might find you're doing less work than you expected. And so in that situation, all of a sudden Study.com might start to be faster. Except for one thing we're going to talk about in point number 9. But before we go on, I do want to say that if any of this is making your head spin and you're thinking like, okay, great, I'm starting to get an idea of whether Sophia or Study.com might be good for me, but which Sophia or Study.com courses do I pick to put into my degree? Heck, what degree do I get? Heck, what college do I go to get that degree? You're in luck, folks, because we've got a link down below. Sign up for a consultation with us, and we will help you build a plan, step-by-step action to get you from where you are to graduated with a college degree and ready to move on to the next big thing in your life. We love helping people. We want to help you. And so again, that link is in the description. Yeah, let's make it happen. So when you start adding essays and proctored exams into this whole formula here, you start to bring in a human element. And the human element means things slow down. I've heard some reports with Sophia that they've been so swamped that they actually will take weeks to grade some of the things that you have to submit. And if you're waiting to get one thing graded, well, maybe you can start writing the next thing, but you can't really submit it to get graded because you need that feedback. And I don't even think their system will let you keep moving. And then you've got study.com, and they don't guarantee that they will tell you what the results of your exam were for about 2 weeks because they have to like review that video. And my guess is that they have a lot of people waiting to get their videos reviewed as well. So you want to keep this in mind as you're picking. There are definitely going to be some situations where you can just fly through Sophia courses, and there are going to be some situations where, sure, you don't have to get the essays graded with study.com, but you might still have to wait for those final exam grades. The real solution to all of this is either to pick really strategic Sophia courses that have no essays, getting harder, right? Because I think they're adding more essays in as time goes on, or just to go with a CLEP exam, because the CLEP exams basically grade almost immediately if you're in person, and they grade within a day if you're online. So just something to think about if you're the impatient type. And now let's talk cost, a category in which Sophia just dominates because they charge $99 a month for unlimited courses. On the other hand, study.com will let you go through as many courses as you want, but you can only take 2 final exams, or the final exams for 2 courses. And they charge $235, which is not such a good deal as these guys over here. Now, of course, there have been a lot of reasons why you still would consider doing study.com, aka the types of courses that they offer, the variety, and the ones that you can get here that you can't get over with Sophia. And, it's actually not so bad because if you use my link down in the description, you can get 30% off your first 3 months, which brings your total cost per month down to, according to my math, $164.50. And if you want to take 3 more exams per month with study.com, you can. They'll let you take up to 5 total, but you have to pay $70 for each additional one past the initial 2. So that's like $70 more per proctored exam. And so you can still get 15 credits done in a month with study.com, but it's going to cost you, I don't know what that is, like $374.5. Not as good as Sophia, but either way, guys, the deal you're getting is still amazing. I want to wrap up by giving study.com a bonus point. Now, obviously, you can only take 2 exams at the base price per month, but you get access to over 1,100 different college courses. So let's say you're going to a competency-based degree program like Western Governors University. You're going to be getting a data analytics degree. And hey, I can't hack these 45 credits in the major area of this data analytics degree, but I really want to be flying through these courses. I want to be ready for them. Go get a study.com subscription for the month before, find study.com courses that match the titles of your WGU courses, learn all the content really quickly, and then when you get loaded into those courses at WGU, you can just fly through them because you already know the information, and then you can get the most bang for your buck at WGU as well. Something that a lot of people don't think about, but it can really, really help. In the end, I think Sophia wins by like half a point or something, but the truth is that any serious college hacker is probably going to want to use both of these. Sophia is a great way to quickly and inexpensively knock out a bunch of general education or free elective credit, and study.com is going to be the only consistent way to get some of those really important upper level courses in your major area. So use both, but if you're confused as to which courses to use from each of them or when to use one over the other, or like I said before, you don't even know what major or what school to go to or how to hack degrees in the first place, sign up for a consultation with us. Me and my team would adore the chance to be able to help you graduate, guys. We live for it. It's an amazing feeling helping someone accomplish their dreams, and it's an even more amazing feeling to accomplish your dreams. And we can help you do that quickly and inexpensively so you can build a career that you love. Link is in the description. We hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for watching, and happy hacking.